Okay, we have Ta-Nehisi Coates. He's doing the rounds. Hey, I just wrote a book. What's it about? It says that Israel are the villains for being attacked by terrorists. Interesting. That's edgy. No one's going to like that. That makes no sense. Actually, you're wrong. There are millions of people that will like that. They are the bad guys of history, of the present moment. They're evil. They seek the blood of the innocent. They have gigantic noses. I'm jealous of their success in life. Sometimes they rub their hands together like flies. Have you ever seen a fly and it's like rubbing its hand together? Yeah, that's a Jewish fly. So I'm going to take a book tour. Where should I go to sell this book and sell this message? Oh, go to that sniveling, self-hating midget Jew, John Leibowitz. Go to John Leibowitz. He will give you a safe space to shit on Israel. And look professional. Don't like show up in like a t-shirt and sweatpants. Wear a suit, but not like a full suit. You're not a politician. You're not running for office. Don't wear a tie. Be cooler than that. All right? Just be like Cenk. Cenk doesn't wear a tie because he can't. It would stretch the laws of physics for someone to tie a... Okay. This is Jon Stewart. I will not be able to stomach this. This is a 21-minute video. That probably means this video will be 4 hours of my commentary because I cannot sit there and let this go. It feels like consent. To let this fucker talk for more than 4 seconds feels like consent. I don't want to give consent to that. I disagree. But okay, I'm going to do my best to we'll go in chunks. But if you hear me whimpering in the background, know that I want to pause.
My friend, you are grappling. This is a book of grappling.
It is.
It's amazing. You said fuck Israel and you never mentioned the terrorists and you're victim blaming. My God. That young woman at the college frat party, did you see the outfit she had on? Her makeup, her hair, everything was asking me to fuck her. It was literally... So when I fuck her, against her will or not, whatever, don't blame me. Blame her. Let's analyze her.
Reparations, the purpose of art, the purpose of
reparations. That's what this... yeah, more money for black people for free. Here's some money, guys.
Writing your...
I'm failing. I'm pausing every second. But reparations is a good thing was just uttered. If I don't pause, then some viewer out there is like, oh, Devon's fine with reparations. Abso-fucking-lutely not. You're getting nothing. That's why you have received nothing. You will get nothing.
Your role, your responsibility, the Israel-Palestine.
There is no Palestine, John. What do you mean Israel-Palestine? What are you talking about?
I can see you want to go back to just writing comic books again for 5 years. This is what was in you that you thought, I need to take on these big questions, including, what is this for? What is?
Oh, he took it on. He's so profound. This guy is just handling the big issues of the day.
Writing for?
Amazing.
I have, for a long time, had in the back of my head that we do not have a complete understanding of politics.
Actually, now I'm remembering a bit Gavin did about this guy. Isn't he the guy that says his voice has a certain tone to it? And he said one thing, and Gavin replayed it over and over again. It was, God, he overpronounced a word and added a syllable in there.
The question one must ask is why so many white people have difficulty extending things that are basic laws, of how human beings interact to black people. And I think I know why.
It was insane.
That is to say, we think of politics as what happens inside of a voting booth. You go in and you choose, pull a lever for whatever.
Right.
But there's a whole entire architecture that happens outside of that voting booth that defines what goes on inside of it, what issues are appropriate, frankly, who is human and who is not.
Oh, the dehumanizing. Who are the humans? So yeah, it's called propaganda, and you're doing it right now. And so you're trying to change the world by changing votes, by spreading lies about Israel and the Jews. Okay, I think I'm on board.
And that is the work of stories, movies.
Stories. Yeah, that's interesting that you chose stories. Movies, like what? When They See Us? Ava DuVernay? Yeah, that changed some minds, didn't it? There are people today that think the Central Park Five are innocent. And that's an understatement. There are millions upon millions that think that.
These television shows, writing, all of that. And being a writer.
Oh, and it's interesting they said stories because stories are made up. Okay? If someone says, I'm a storyteller, no one's like, oh, you're a historian? No, I make up stories. So he's talking about real events, pretending to be a like real-time historian, documentarian. He took a 10-day trip to Israel, guys. So he knows what really happens over there. But he's going to massage it into a story because he's a storyteller.
And this coming out of, me talking to my students at Howard University at the time.
Oh, you are a teacher at an all-black college? Wait a minute, an all-black college? That sounds racist. That sounds exclusionary. Sounds like segregation. I thought we were against those things. I thought it was about the content of your character, not the color of your skin. Oh, that doesn't apply to you guys. You guys want to be racist in and among yourselves and then pretend or hope that no one else notices that it's racist. Well, I'm here to tell you that an all-black college is fucking racist. You donkey-ass bitch.
I really, really wanted to address that.
What did they call Gary Delabate? I mean, the mouth, lips, and teeth on this guy. He is a horse-toothed jackass.
So often I get the question, why should I write?
Your students will say that?
I think you should stop.
Right. No, in general, but by the time they get to me, my students are like there.
Ta-Nehisi, you write because you want to make money. So you have a profit incentive. Let's not pretend you are doing anything but that.
But a lot of, other times when I'm, out in the world, what is writing gonna do? Like, what is it actually gonna change? And what I wanted people to understand is writing actually shapes the world around you entirely.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I would have said basic cable, but okay, writing.
But somebody has to write the scripts, right?
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
Is that...
Insert levity, John. Come on, Leibowitz, use your Ashkenazi Jewish mind to come up with some lighthearted riff. Because we got to mix it up. We got to keep it light, keep it entertaining, get it, punchy, snappy, get a joke in before we shit on the Jews and shit on Israel.
Do you grapple with that as...
Do you think Hamas or Hezbollah will be brought up in this segment? Yes or no? In a conflict that has everything to do, especially with Hamas, now more Hezbollah, but I mean, to not mention those things would be astonishing. It'd be like talking about World War II without talking about the Nazis. That's literally the comparison. It's a challenge. It's especially a challenge. Let's criticize the Allies. Let's criticize the people of London and not mention the Nazis. Yeah, but Devon, the people of England, they attacked. They invaded. They were there on D-Day. They bombed German cities. I mean, what was England thinking? It's unbelievable, England. Try to get through a 20-minute segment of that kind of shit going after England for their behavior in World War II without mentioning the Nazis once. It's an astonishing feat, and they do it all the time. This is like an Olympic sport.
A burden or a call to arms?
Oh, what? It's my burden. It's my cross to bear. I drag my fat mouth out here, and I pretend to be some smart guy that's changing the world, and I'm single-handedly altering. I'm a thought leader. I'm a generational talent. It's my burden. And he is sucking his dick and setting up the question, is it a burden or is it your calling or...
What is for you, how do you wear it?
Yeah, I mean, you have taken on this noble task of enlightening the rest of us on, Israel shouldn't exist is one of your, that's a banger. That's an anthem.
Oh, it's exciting.
Oh, God, it inspires me.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it gets me up in the morning.
Right.
Like morning wood?
It like pumps my blood. Like I can't wait. You know what I mean? Like there are people who I got a friend who's an ER doc, right? And I was texting this morning about, everything that was going on.
Right.
And he disappeared for a second. He said, sorry, this guy just got shot. I'm sorry. And I said to him,
Who shot him, a black guy?
how beautiful is it to have work that actually matters? Like you out there saving people.
What? Oh, that's interesting, actually. That is super interesting. Wow. Let me soak in. Now it's my burden to give meaning to what we just heard. That really was telling about the human condition. Your friend works at an ER and says, hold on, I can't talk right now. A guy just got shot. I got to go try to save him. And your first thought was not, holy Christ, who was the black guy that did that? And I guarantee you it was a black guy. Knowing that this is a guy from Howard University, knowing that he acts and operates in and around black communities, black cities, black states, there's like a 99% chance that a black guy just shot someone. And if you want to place a bet on that, I'm more than happy. I am a gambling man. Your first thought was, wow, how cool it is to have a meaningful job. So in other words, meaning is more important than disaster or a shooting. So the shootings, yeah, that's a terrible thing, I guess, but here's the silver lining. I get to have meaning by trying to help a guy who, by the way, should never have been shot. But here's what is the apex consideration. Meaning in my life. So let's turn the war in Israel that was started by a terrorist group, let's call that a genocide. Let's lie about that. Let's go after Israel, make them the boogeyman, make them modern day Nazis. Why? Because it gives meaning to our lives. If it's just guerrilla warfare and there's a bunch of bloated, exaggerated numbers and it's, a clusterfuck because some terrorists attacked and invaded the sovereign nation of Israel and committed, a litany of war crimes, then that doesn't give me meaning to my life. That's just a mess. And I'm actually on the wrong side of that mess. I'm on the side of the terrorists. What kind of meaning does that give me? No. They are oppressed. They are indigenous. They are escaping prison. They are subjugated. They're being genocided. I'm against genocide. I like that. Bumper sticker that. Who said that? I'm against genocide? Oh yeah, we're not going back. There you go. That's the slogan. I'm against genocide. Oh, feel the meaning as it courses over you. It's so meaning in your life, the vacuum, there is a desperate need to fill that vacuum with something, and every other consideration doesn't matter. There's a poor guy that just got shot in Baltimore or Atlanta. I don't care. I'm going to help him as an ER doc. That gives me meaning. Some terrorists invaded a country and committed 1,000 war crimes and killed a bunch of people and stole a bunch of people and raped a bunch of people. Okay, then what happened? Then they lost the war that they started. Okay, did they lose really badly? Yes. Okay, can I call that a genocide? Yes. I mean, you can. You'd be a lie, but okay. I will do that. I'm against that genocide. Ooh, there's meaning. Okay, let's run with that. So that has told me so much, and the fact that that guy just brought up that story as like a positive tale. My friend said I got to go help a guy who just got shot. Wow, I envy that guy. Holy fuck, that is wild to me.
People's lives. And I'm not an ER doctor, but it is a blessing to feel like what I write actually matters in the world.
It doesn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? It gives me meaning and purpose. And I kind
There
of
it is. There's that desperation.
wanted to convey that, to all the young writers, who hopefully...
As inspiration.
Yes, it's a
Your
beautiful
friend
thing.
was at work when the guy got shot,
He
right?
was, yes, he was. Yeah, he was.
Because for a second I was like, wait, he was at work, right?
Yeah, he was at work.
It wasn't like you were talking to me. He was like...
No, he was at work. Yeah.
All right, that's very good. Do you get frustrated, and this...
I mean, I like how we're just going to like tiptoe over the fact that black crime is like a mind-blowing epidemic in our country. Like, that would be meaningful if you actually tried to do something about that. Like, write a book about that, Ta-Nehisi.
is something that I think about sometimes, that the world that you would prefer to see, that the arc of the moral universe bends towards justice and the work of writing is trying to help facilitate that it is that...
The work. He's doing the work. I mean, it's so... This guy pulls up a Word doc and types on a computer. That's the work. No, but Devin, he has thoughts and ideas. So do I. I have a keyboard too. Okay, I'm doing the work. These are my thoughts and ideas.
That arc of moral justice is so resilient against bending, that it's so hard to matter.
It's so hard you can't bend it. Yes, this goes back to morning wood. You're trying to arc your penis to get into the toilet bowl. And for some of you who this isn't a problem, your penis fits into that bowl. Mine does not. I have to take very unusual angles to try to vacate the urine from my shaft. All right, it is difficult.
In that form.
I get sad.
Right.
And there are a lot of moments in here where I was really sad.
Right.
But at the same time, like I said, it fills me with purpose. I don't know if I would have that purpose I talked about just a few minutes ago. Without that great difficulty. Honestly, it feels great to know that if I actually try really, really hard at the thing, if I actually work really, really hard to write the best book I possibly can, that I could be here talking to you. That it actually
Oh, you
really
could have
does
written a
matter.
shitty book and been on here.
You know what's funny? Like, ew. Look at him. That's true. You could have written a shitty book. This is a shitty book. John, we understand that that's a true thing because that's what's happening right now. But they're laughing right now, not because that was funny. That's not a haha joke. They're laughing because, that is true. Yeah. We probably didn't even read your book, and we're just here because you're a black mascot. And we're trying to be like, oh, we're just uplifting black voices because Oprah said so. And so this guy's all of a sudden Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou is Maya Angelou for the same reason, by the way. So you strip away her gender and race, and she's nobody. Okay.
Listen, if that's the case, I can tell you, Don, you didn't have to work nearly this hard. But it's a beautifully felt book. I want to ask you, there's a certain aspect of your career that has really tried to reconcile, not with things in the present, but...
But you are grifting and leveraging oppression or things that were not good from the past and trying to pretend like they're relevant or omnipresent today. So that's an interesting angle you took there.
But their vestiges, the structures, racial politics, slavery.
Slavery. Wow. God, he's a self-aware black of the modern day. And he's writing and bitching about slavery. How refreshing. How useful. Wow, no one's seeing that as like exploitative at all or backward. Literally backward.
Economic injustices where it might not be the active virus, but it's these vestiges of it that still, leach into the groundwater and make it...
Oh, yeah. This is the magical racism that is airborne. It's in the groundwater. The vestiges. Oh, the echo of it all. This is made up. This is like they're playing a game. This is Dungeons and Dragons right now.
Toxic and polluted. This book felt a little different in that you were also going into the present.
A hobgoblin has jumped out of a bush and is attacking you with a long spear. Roll the dice. The multi-sided dice.
Yeah.
And bringing those lessons with
God.
you. And
Oh, wow. He's really feeling it, man. Slavery was invoked. Oh, man. It's been my burden, yo. I'm a product of Jim Crow. Living memory, man. Like, shit. My grandmother, she's 25 years old. What you gonna do? Her grandmother, she was a slave. That makes no sense.
I thought that was a really moving part of the book.
Yeah, that's true, and I guess I'm going to be the one to broach this, but it was obviously most active when I was in Jerusalem, when I was in Haifa, when I was on the West Bank.
Right.
I mean, it was the history, but the history was active.
Right.
Oh, boy. That was a deep thought. I went to a place, Haifa, I went to Jerusalem, I went to Israel, and I noticed that it wasn't born yesterday. There's a history there. It seems like these structures and these cities have been around for a while, but while there was a history, it was also right now. So like there was the present moment, but then there was also the past. So like that. Think of that. Let's make some sounds with that one. Come on. Oh, thank you, Ta-Nehisi. What a thought. Holy shit, I'm a better man now.
And that was
deep to contemplate that there was a past, and then now that we're not in the past now, but we're in the present, but we can also still feel the past, like the past led to the present, shit like that.
That was tough. I'm used to, going to some,
strip mall down outside Atlanta.
slave plantation. And
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm used to going to a slave plant. What? What? Why? Ta-Nehisi, let me be the bearer of good news. You've been emancipated, sir. I'm sorry, there's been a lag and a delay in that message getting to you, but you're no longer a slave. In fact, you never were a slave. Holy shit, this is a tragedy. I'm used to going to a slave
witness the rest of
plantation
this
and
video,
like, what?
sign up at
saying, well, yeah, this did happen
censored.tv. Be sure
150
to
years
use
ago,
the
but here's how,
coupon code
you still feel
ROOT
the
to get
impact.
20%
It's 160
off.
years ago
Or you
now.
can head over
But
to
yeah, here's how you can still feel the impact. What? How?
subscribestar.com/atheism and join up
Halloween?
to receive every
Dressing up as one?
full-length new video
Doing like
Devon makes.
civil rights,
Barely cost anything to sign up.
Civil War
You know he
reenactment?
deserves your support, and you deserve to be
Actually,
entertained
civil
by
rights
every new video AI
reenactors,
creates.
that's a thing
So
too. That's
become a
what this
flying
guy
monkey
is.
and let's go.
He's pretending that he's fighting for civil rights. He wishes